I'm Paul Sims, and I'm here with
Joe Furey.
And this episode is called Plan B, I believe. It was the first episode where we had.
Where's Dave Foley?
He is directing a play today. This was one of the first episodes where we.
She's not here today?
No, she had to work on ER today.
Oh.
Anyway, this was one of the first episodes.
What about Andy? Where's Andy?
Andy is in New Mexico shooting a movie with Dane Cook, the stand-up comedian.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, this episode is one of the first.
Steven couldn't come either?
Steven is working on The West Wing today, but he certainly wishes that he could be here.
I thought Vicky was coming. What happened to Vicky Lewis? Where's she?
I think she's on her way over, probably.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
That's
Where's
all right.
Andy?
In the New Mexico with Dane Cook. Anyway, So this is one of the first episodes. I think this is the episode in which...
None of the writers are available?
Like who?
I don't know. Let's say Lou Morton. Where's he today?
He had some work to do on a feature script that he's working on.
Mm-hmm.
So this was one of the first episodes where we had Lauren Graham from...
Where's Josh Lieb?
He had to go to Mexico to visit his sister today, but...
I thought Andy was in Mexico.
No, Andy's in New Mexico.
Oh.
So this was one of the first episodes where we had Lauren Graham, who's now on...
What about Candy? There's Candy. Where is she?
Her manager would not give me her telephone number.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just curious where everyone is.
No, I understand. I'm sure the people watching are also curious.
Yeah. Stephen Root is... he's on the West Wing. Right. I heard
so
that.
This is... we started a sort
Wait
of...
a minute. What about Joe Rogan? Where's Joe Rogan? Why is he not here?
He called when I was on the way over and said he had to go to Las Vegas this weekend.
Oh, did you cover him already? Did you already mention him?
No, I didn't. Look at these odd close-ups, by the way.
Yeah, that's really weird. What about Candy?
I'm sorry, I'm still not clear on this.
No, Candy's manager wouldn't give me
How much longer can we keep this up?
just as long as it takes to fill up 23 minutes or however long it is.
Well, we got to the opening credits.
Oh, yeah, and here's some of the stuff we shot in New York.
Yeah, we should talk about that. That was fun when we went to New York.
That was fun. We went to New York for 2 days, and...
Who went? It was...
all of us, I think. And look who just walked in. There's Todd Spider Chambers.
Well, hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
There we go. See, now someone showed up.
Sorry,
Someone's
I just
here.
got off the plane. I was with Andy Dick in Mexico.
Oh.
But he's good. He's in his best.
He sends his best. Good. That's just what the fans want. It's just a nice hello from Andy rather than him talking.
Yeah, no one wants to really hear from him.
So, look, we got someone new here to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
You must be Matthew. Call me Andrea.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Andrea Plan B.
So anyway, we're here with Joe Furey and Todd Spider Chambers.
Yes.
Spider, what was your position on the show at this point?
This is fourth season. This is my transition year from post coordinator to post supervisor.
Big transition.
Big transition. That's right.
And what did that mean? What exactly was? So that was a promotion of some sort. So what were you in charge of?
Could you talk about that for a half hour?
Really not that exciting.
No, I'd like to hear about it. It sounds interesting. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Tick, tick, tick.
Go ahead.
Here we go. So basically, to bore everybody,
It's not boring.
checking out music, making sure the composer kind of was on the same page as everyone in-house.
So that means the composer and the music, meaning the between scenes little thing where it goes do 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 do.
Exactly, making sure that he hits that just right every time.
It's a big job.
Well, you also did all this stuff with the sound afterward, the recording, the laugh track, and then whatever. If we ever had to add any sweetening or anything like that, you did all that.
Right, exactly. Just oversaw all that stuff.
That's a
with
lot of stuff, though.
Jeff Goldstein.
Jeff Goldstein was still here in the fourth season?
Yeah, this was his transition year out.
Oh, so this was the year when you pushed him out of his job and took his job.
That's right.
Interesting.
No, he went on to produce Dilbert, so
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I
So-
pushed him up.
So you forced him out.
Kicked him upstairs, as they say.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's talk about the episode for a second. This was, we've talked about it in other commentaries on this disc, but this was when NBC wanted us to add a ninth cast member, or at least temporarily, and that's how we got Lauren Graham, who's a terrific and funny actress, playing the efficiency expert that'll stir things up a little bit in the office.
That's right.
Since this episode is pretty early, on the disc. I guess it's worth talking about. We were talking yesterday after we did the sessions yesterday that it seems like, especially for me and for most of the people I was talking to, season 4 is everyone's favorite season, and also the one where the episodes were consistently the silliest and most
absolutely
outlandish and cartoonish almost.
I think that's where it kind of reached
its peak of silliness.
It's peak of I officially always think of it as the moment Bill punched that guy in the face in the piano one is when we kind of were like, okay, we can do whatever we want now. I guess I have no idea why. It always just feels like that to me.
Yeah,
that was the most insane moment.
Don't really have to worry about people behaving like real people anymore. We can just
take off the gloves, and it doesn't really matter. They don't really have to be having jobs. It doesn't really matter what they're doing anymore. Then it became really fun.
This yes, Spider.
Well, as you can see, they're having a conference meeting in the men's room.
In the men's room.
Yeah, so jobs really don't matter anymore.
Yeah,
That's true. And everyone, the actors hated working in the men's room.
Well, because part of the reason was the audience. It was hard to see this section.
That's
of
true.
It.
The way it was
So
set up,
odd.
the studio audience couldn't see it, so they always felt like they were in some kind of limbo because the audience couldn't see and hear them. Oh, now this is Bill trying out for a TV job. I haven't seen this episode since we finished editing it that time, but
I don't remember it.
I remember how hard we worked on doing the special effect thing that's coming up. That guest actor looks very familiar to me.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. It's probably, if Julie were here, she might be able to tell us who that is. But
that's true. But she's
where is she in?
She's not feeling well.
Boca Raton. Where is she now?
Yeah, Boca Raton, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. And Andy is where?
New Mexico. Dane
Okay,
Cook.
thank you.
Sends his best.
Okay. Was Phil? Also, Phil was this. Okay, so this was the whole thing with everyone's now concerned they're going to lose their job. This is what started the whole arc of everyone's possibly losing their job. So Phil is doing what? He's looking.
He's trying out for a on-air local TV job.
Okay.
And then and then I believe in this episode somehow. Well, I don't remember it at all, but somehow Andy or what was his name? Matthew ends up getting fired.
This is the one, where he gets fired, right? And then he keeps reappearing.
I think Tone Loc and Toby Haas are in this one too.
Oh, are they?
That's a call back to the last DVD for all you fans.
Spider kept saying, I know they're in this. I know they're in this. And we kept watching it, and of course they were not in the episode. Thanks a lot, Spider. That was a big help.
Good times, yeah. Keep an eye out for them in this one.
So, any of you who didn't get that last DVD, go back and get it now, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy that. So this was the first one that Lauren was in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We discussed yesterday how it caused some tensions in the cast because I don't know. I think it was just Steven yesterday who was saying that it was frustrating for the women cast members because here was another pretty actress and our actresses already felt like they didn't have enough time. But as I recall it was all the cast members who were kind of upset about it.
They were. I remember. Yeah.
Because
they felt like NBC was trying to change the show or do something like they were.
No, I think they felt like each of them
threatened.
No, I think they felt like each of them were getting less screen time, which was true.
Well,
but
that too. But weren't they a little threatened, feeling like they were trying? What's going on here exactly, or what is? Why are we bringing in a new character? And I remember they felt
what
like
is,
that. Was
what?
that.
Are we missing an opportunity to talk about Andy getting naked?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
What is he doing?
He's just taking his clothes off. Relax.
I forget what the reason was.
You think he shaved his chest before this?
I don't know.
You think
it looks like there's actually something on his chest, like there's like cream or something. What is it? Do you see it?
No, I think those are man boobs.
No. Look, he's got some sort of lotion or something on him.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Anyway.
No, but the actors were. I think they were a little upset by it.
That's true. I was a little frustrated. I mean, then the thing everyone says is once Lauren Graham got there, they all liked her and realized she was funny and all that. They didn't blame her, but you know what? Actually, I mean, it's hard when you have a show with 8 cast members because I remember even when we used to bring in guest stars, it would frustrate people. Like, how come How come now I have less to do because there's a guest star? But he's guest star or just a guest, but. Basically, you got to bring in people sometimes to have a story.
Well, they used to, just in general, even in regular with scripts without guest stars or anything, a lot of people would be upset because they didn't have enough stuff to do in some of them. And we used to always say, not every story is going to be,
This is my
everyone and every single thing.
This is my favorite kind of scene, by the way, where something's happening in the foreground and Matthew's doing something stupid in the background.
Completely dumb.
That's a good explosion.
What?
We were how come we couldn't get that good explosion in that episode we were watching yesterday with the
I don't
video
know.
camera? And as always,
There's Joe.
if you got an explosion, you always top it off with a little blast from the fire extinguisher.
All right, Maura's doing the old Three's Company bit of trying to cover up what's actually going on.
Trying to distract someone.
You can't go in the kitchen because if you go in the kitchen, you won't be in the bedroom. Come on.
Exactly. And Frasier thinks they cornered the market on farce.
That's right.
Look,
That's right. We had this
just because we didn't have
before
people
they did.
banging in and out of doors in a bed and breakfast somewhere where they're all
right.
sleeping with each other doesn't mean we couldn't do it.
Right.
Oh,
We did this. I can't believe this. We did this a lot, actually, didn't we? On these things with Andy, trying to cover things up.
Oh, gee, you just press the button.
Boy, I haven't heard a single word of dialogue in this so
Yeah.
far, but
I'm trying to figure out why Andy had his shirt off. I can't even remember that. Why was he taking his clothes off?
I don't know. I think you'd probably have to go back and watch the episode.
Well, Spider, you remember that?
No, I'm riveted by this commentary, though.
You are, really.
Don't come in here and comment on the commentary. Please, we're doing our best here.
What else
All
are we
right, I'll
supposed
do
to
an
say?
additional track.
Oh, really?
Sorry,
Yeah,
okay.
you can do your additional
Well, what
chat
else?
later.
You got? You say something. Speak.
I've said a lot. I was going to comment on if Andy was a B or a C, but you guys had a nice run going. We'll take a look later.
And then we have,
Oh, I know this woman.
I do too. Who
Oh,
is
this
that?
woman was in. Oh, geez, Charlotte Booker is her name. She was in the movie that I did. That's funny.
What movie?
Love and Support.
Oh, yeah.
Available now on DVD.
Available
That's
on
right.
DVD, the movie that Joe Furey wrote, directed, and starred in. What did she play in that movie?
She played the woman at the therapy meeting. She was the person running the therapy support group. She was actually great. She was really funny. I forgot that she was even in the show.
What was the name of that movie again?
Love and Support?
Love and what?
Oh.
Support?
Love and Support.
Love and
Right.
Support.
Fans. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in fact, most of the cast from the other show that we worked on ended up in that movie.
Overseas. yeah.
Overseas.
Now
for
this
a great
guy
deal
looks.
of them
This
did.
guy also looks familiar to me. Like I've seen him in a much better role subsequently.
Yeah, this guy has been in.
Boy, if we prepared, we would have his name, and it would.
He's been in
would
a
be
lot of
nice-
sitcoms.
We
nice
would have had
thing
an
for him.
awesome commentary.
It would have been
Yeah,
good.
it would have been really good, right?
It would have been fantastic.
Oh, hold it!
Yeah.
This guy.
guy's awesome.
This guy's Carl from accounting, isn't he?
Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. We were thinking of him from yesterday when he came. when we were
Oh, I know
watching
where I've seen him
yesterday.
before on a different episode of
Yeah,
NewsRadio.
from yesterday while we were watching, and we mentioned the same thing. That's
What
quite
else
a,
can we
that's
say
quite
about
a
this?
dress on her, isn't it?
Everything, yeah,
Everything is really
blue.
tight.
Everything's
Tight.
well, no, their dress is matching the trim on the door, and
Yeah. Oh,
this is good. I don't remember it all, but I sense that there's some kind of funny thing coming up. If I was writing
Yes.
this right now, I would say he closes it, and then when he opens it again, they're all misbehaving.
wackiness is
Yeah.
ensued, yeah.
But
That's
I
what-
don't-
which I believe is what did
Really?
happen. I think so, yeah.
Andy's missing from that, so you can only
Oh,
hope.
I didn't even, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not,
Oh, this is Dave giving her the rundown of who everyone in the office is.
just to point out, I believe that's Dave's wig again also. Just for the people keeping score at
Well,
home.
it's interesting. You never know which order people are going to watch these episodes in. So we should probably mention in every episode that Dave was wearing the wig, that he is wearing a wig, and it's because he was on the HBO miniseries from the Earth to the Moon.
And when he came back,
He had a crew cut.
he looked like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Oh,
So it's a little bit of a
wackiness.
problem.
Now, how's Dave going to? I would have Dave cross over to the desk and turn her so that her back is to the window, so we can still see what happens. But see, now I don't understand. It seems like she could see everything that's going on. Out
Well, he's
there.
about to close this. See, when he realizes it, he's going to slam the thing shut. Exactly what we were saying before. I believe is what happens.
Is Matthew upset because that someone else has taken his place?
Yeah, he's upset that Carl.
You know what? It doesn't matter why
Carl
he's
from
upset.
accounting.
It's just,
No.
it's just funny.
The big question is, based on the last commentary sessions
There
you
we
did,
go.
Sony said it was okay to do this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Even the people at Sony don't listen to these before they send them out. You know?
Wow.
They just we got a guy who goes through and makes sure all the bad words are taken out, and then
You know what? People who are actually listening to this at home, call Sony with questions for your next one, and we'll actually include them on it because
Yeah, just call the main desk there. Say it's about talk radio or whatever that show was with
Yeah.
Dave Foley and
news talky talk.
And
And you'd like to leave some comments for season 5 commentary.
Yes.
Yes, if you have any thoughts on anything, please let us know. What would you like to hear about?
all right, now
give us a call.
Here, I want to see if this special effect, and I remember being 80% happy with this thing. Go over to the monitor, and the idea is that he looks
Oh, right.
terrible on
that's
TV.
right.
That
We
does
spent
look pretty good.
We spent a lot of time with that, yeah.
He's just one of those people who doesn't photograph well.
It looks like an episode of Star Trek where they all aged prematurely.
Stupid. I forgot about that. That's right. I think we spent a great deal of time with that, trying to make that look right. That's funny.
Oh, I think
That guy right there looks familiar too. The guy,
that's Phil
Look at-
Hartman.
well, not him. The man looking at the monitor.
That is. Well, let's all pat ourselves on the back. 'Cause
All
I
right,
think
that was
that's funny.
actually, that was a
pretty
post-production produced number there.
Was it?
Yeah, we filmed it before,
That's right.
treated it in telecine, and then dumped it to tape, and that was a video playback.
So the video playback was playing back, and in the background, live, Phil Hartman was pretending to match the action on the TV.
That's exactly right.
Well, that's a coup for post production. I mean, they really came through.
Job
that.
well
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't say it at the time, but well done.
Well, I wanted to mention just about I think it was 30 seconds ago. There was a that I thought was really good. And Spider, I wanted to congratulate you on interfacing with the people, the good people over there at Mike Post Productions. What was the name of the guy?
Ian Dye was the composer.
Ian Dye. He always came through with good stuff.
Yep.
And
Yeah, there were some nice sound effects in this too. I think, which maybe you guys added.
Yeah, I believe the pop and the fizz and the
explosion.
sweetened. Yeah,
sweetened up the
exactly.
explosion. People are always
that's
asking, do you guys like sweeten your explosions? And I had to say yes, we did.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But that's an interesting thing to talk about. The actual post-production when we would do the sound mixes and all that. We didn't really talk about that very much, which Spider, after the shows were edited, and then they were, online or whatever that
Exactly. Yeah, we
that
took
is.
care of the video portion of it. Then we would go and we would do the final sound mix
You have
with
to
the laugh guy there.
Yeah, and have to
Yeah.
redo, basically fix a lot of...
And when
sound
people hear
problems.
about laugh tracks, they always assume that every laugh you hear is fake, which is not true. Just
Well, it wasn't true at
most
all
of
with
them.
this. A lot
No,
of them were...
what it is that we usually, especially by the fourth season, we got we got good enough at doing these shows, and the cast was good enough that we could get through most shows doing just 2 takes of each scene. But then when you're editing, you'll use a take from the first scene, then you use someone's shot from the second version, and when you do that, you get audience laughs that get choppy and get cut off in the middle, so you
Yeah.
have to smooth it out.
One's a little bit higher, one's a bit lower, and then exactly. The laugh guy just comes in and just smooths it all out.
And certain things were also done without an audience. So occasionally we'd have
That's
to
true.
we'd have to add some stuff just to be consistent.
If
So-
there was
Yeah.
if there was a scene that especially that required like special effects or something that were going to be difficult to do, or sometimes after we would get through the whole show with the audience, we'd let the audience go, and there'd be scenes that we wanted to change a little, and we'd go back and shoot that without an audience. And yes, we did add fake laughs to those.
Yeah,
That's
but-
right. The standard audio mix for most sitcoms, 4 hours. Ours took about 8.
Why is that?
Because of the other 2 men in the room.
Because of me and Joe?
Yeah.
Why? All right.
So you're gonna blame us?
Fine. Add 2 hours for us getting there late. I'm sorry. We were trying to produce a television show
That's
at the
right.
same time. Add on another half hour because you got to have your cigarette and your coffee before you go into the room.
But
Absolutely.
you got overtime, didn't you?
I'm sorry, what? Me?
You didn't you? No. I thought you got paid extra for that. We were actually doing that for you.
I wish we had had this conversation. Maybe you guys would have shown up a little bit earlier. No, I didn't make a dime. Thanks, guys.
I was under the impression
Oh.
that for every 2 hours I was late, you made another $50. That's the
what
only reason
that's
I was
what
doing
thought.
it.
Oh, guys. No.
Jeez.
No, but truthfully, it took a long time because a lot of times with these things, people would just go, not you, but sometimes people would go like throw a sound at it and say, hey, that's okay, right? And it would be like, well, no, it sounds weird. We have to sort of adjust that, and you have to. So it did.
Although
it did take time.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but I do remember by season 4 it all being much easier. And the laugh guy who I'd worked with, I think he did the laughs for the live stuff on Larry Sanders also. What was his name?
John Bicklehop.
Yeah.
He's really good, and he knew what we wanted, and I remember that part being pretty smooth.
No, but they were all very good. I'm not saying they
Yeah.
weren't good. They were great at what they did. It's just sometimes they would possibly overcompensate or put something that was too big, or whatever, a laugh, or the sound was too loud.
The
or,
only
you know.
real big problem I can remember having with sound was during those first 6 episodes where that was when you abandoned us, wasn't it?
Exactly. I did the pilot. You guys really kicked my butt on that. I needed to recover for a
Yeah.
good
Good
4
quit.
months, and then I came back for second season.
So you came back. You weren't there for the.
I wasn't there. I was there for the pilot. I
Oh.
missed the first, the later 5, and then I
you
came back for season
the
2.
Season 2.
And the rest of
The
them.
way I look at it is Spider told us all to go to hell, but then when he wanted to come back, we welcomed him with open arms.
That's right.
That's one way to look at it. Sure.
That is one way to look at it. And what was your job on the pilot?
PA.
So you brought me my lunch.
That's exactly right.
And look where you ended up now. It's just a mere 4 years later. You're bringing the sound guys their lunch. Look at that. Into the stratosphere.
That's right.
Oh.
No stopping me, my friend.
One of the last times I think we were allowed, we had to argue about letting us use the spaz sign on the back because Network had already gotten mad at us saying that there were special interest groups that objected to that. Oh, see, I like that.
That's a good joke.
That's a good
funny.
visual joke.
Very funny.
Very good.
Oh, I just want to see. I want to see Spider's credit. Well, no.
Jeffrey
Jeff
Goldstein's
Goldstein's still there. Hasn't been
Reed
pushed
Schwartz.
out.
Or
Reed, always fun.
Yep. I believe I'm still on the page with the PAs. Took me a while to move up from that one.
Really? I think you have your own card with your own production company artwork, but
Really?
we'll see. It's coming
Okay,
up.
money on it. How about
All right.
that $50 from that 1 hour of work?
Here's Ian Dye, Mike Post. It's coming up. I think you're going to see it.
Yep.
What
Good night.
happened to the music?
Good night, Mr. Chambers.
Wah, wah. There it goes.
I
You missed it,
Was your
right?
name in there anyway?
Yeah.
Spider, who did the music on that last thing? It cut off right at the end there.